This template is a really great resource for us to use once we have choreography down and we know what sections of the routine are in what order. And then when we're running full outs or we're even running partial full outs where maybe we're only stunting or only tumbling, we're doing multiples of those a practice. We can keep track of what sections our athletes are hitting consistently and which sections maybe need more work. So once we have choreography down and we know what sections are going to be in what order, we can fill out this top blue section. So our routine is going to start with our first elite sequence. We're then going to jump over into standing tumbling. Then we have our second elite sequence, jumps, running tumbling, and pyramid. You can see on the far left here, we have our date that we are running our routines. And for the purpose of simplicity, as we are filling these out, we are going to use a hit versus attempt ratio. So we can just fill the numbers in since it's a small space, but still know exactly what we're talking about. So as we go through our full outs, we're going to be tracking what we're hitting and what we're not. And we're going to use this at the end of the day to see what we are excelling on and where we're not excelling on. Let's assume that we have done 5 full outs for the day. So we're going to hit this attempted 5 in all of our categories. And then we're going to go through, of our 5 full outs, our team hit all across 3 of the first elite sequences. There were no falls, no bobbles, no ways to get deductions, legalities. When it came to the routine, 3 of those would have been a hit 0 section. When we get to standing tumbling, everybody went and was successful 4 out of 5 times. Elite 2 was a little bit harder. We only succeeded as a full team 2 out of 5 times. Jumps are a little less quantifiable, so you can choose the aspects of jumps that are most important to you. Maybe this is a leg height thing. Maybe this is an arm thing. Maybe it is a timing at the top of the jump or timing on the final landing. Whatever it is for you, have that noted and quantifiable so that you can note whether that was achieved or not achieved. Let's say our jumps are pretty solid. So this team here is hitting 4 out of 5 times. Our running tumbling is looking fabulous. They are hitting all of those, but our pyramid needs quite a bit of work. So we're going to drop that one is only a 1 out of 5 is what they hit there. Now, when we are making our practice plans for the following practice or the following week, we can easily see where our athletes might be struggling. So in our tumbling section, we are 4 out of 5 and 5 out of 5. Jumps usually falls into a tumbling section, also 4 out of 5. But it's clear that our stunts are struggling a little bit more, only hitting about half of the time on a good day. Since we're only looking at a hit of 3, 2, or 1 for our stunting sections out of 5 attempts. So our stunts clearly need more work here. And that is easy to see where we're at. Maybe because of this, our next practice, we focus on stunts. So instead of full outs, we are only doing stunt full outs. So now on September 7th, we are not doing any of our tumbling sections. We can leave those blank, we can mark through them, but we are still going to do 5 of our stunt throughs. This is likely coming after spending some time at practice to work grips, train the issues that we're having, and then we're throwing them into the routine to help build up their stamina and technique at full routine speed. And now we're looking a little better. This first elite sequence is still pretty solid, but elite 2 bumped up. It's looking fantastic. Pyramid also doing better. We're feeling more confident. And now we're starting to see that increase in skill level. As we go through the season, this is going to fluctuate and we're going to be able to keep track of again, where those strengths are and where those weaknesses are, so that when we go back to making our practice plan, like we talked about in earlier videos, we are able to do so in a strategic way to build us towards our goal. The ideal is always to be able to hit 5 out of 5 times, 10 out of 10 times. We want to be able to hit it all the time perfectly and consistently. So continuing to build this up lets us know exactly where our work needs to be put in. With that, we can also break this down. We also have a template where we're looking at our athlete or group hit rate. So this can be athlete for tumbling, if there's a skill that they're working on, or maybe that they're not throwing consistently, and the group hit rate for our stunting. So you can kind of see in the example in this top section here, the gray is for the name of the athlete or the group, the date that we're working on the skill, and then the white is the skill that we're working on. So Terry is working on her back tuck, and we have the same ratio that we did in the routine hit rate, where we're looking at a hit over attempted number track, so that we can see as the dates are progressing how our athlete is progressing. And sometimes it's not always progressing. Sometimes we have bad days, and that's totally okay. But now we can keep track of that. Maybe there's some extenuating circumstances. Maybe it was just an off day, but it's something that we can pay attention to, so we can also advise our own confidence in our athletes, but also our athletes' confidence in our athletes. Terry might feel like she doesn't have her tuck consistently, that she doesn't do it well, or maybe she comes to practice and she's like, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. Well, you can always come back to this and be like, you hit it 3 out of 5 times, 4 out of 5 times. You're consistently hitting it 4 out of 5 times. When you total it up, you're hitting 2/3 of the time, like you can do it, and helping build that confidence as well. And there is now documented proof of that, not just her feelings about it or your feelings about it. So these are just a couple of tools for you to track your athlete and your team's progress, as well as inform your strategy for moving forward.